Friendship is magic, but with more chill. Chapter 1. Sort of the only chapter. Twilight was knocked to the ground. Her friends stood behind her, looking quite concerned as Nightmare Moon laughed in their faces.
Oh, you fools! You really thought you could defeat me? The night shall last forever!
Twilight struggled to get back to her hooves and winced. She then coughed a bit and asked casually,
But why though?
Nightmare Moon paused for a moment and looked at the mare.
Why? Because we can do whatever we please. That's why.
Twilight shook her head.
No, I mean in the more materialistic sense. Why would you want to create an eternal night?
Nightmare Moon blinked a few times before looking to the side and let out a polite cough. Later at Sugar Cube Corner, the main six sat around a large table alongside Nightmare Moon. They had all ordered milkshakes and were looking on in mild interest as the Alicorn bemoaned her situation.
We just feel as though we get no respect. It is always about our sister and her precious day. Why should we not demand the same respect?
Nightmare Moon glumly sipped on a milkshake. She then licked her lips.
This is quite good. This is a milkshake, correct?
Pinkie Pie smiled.
Yep, one classic milkshake from Sugar Cube Corner.
Nightmare Moon took another sip.
Oh yes, very good. We shall spare this establishment when we enact our vengeance on Equestria.
Applejack piped up.
I hate to ruin your plans, but I reckon all these ponies that you're mad at are long gone by now. It's been 1,000 years after all.
Nightmare Moon scowled.
Puh, you believe that matters? Ponies have never loved our night the way that they love our sister's day. It is a slight most egregious. Well, your highness, I wouldn't say that ponies don't love your night. It's beautiful and majestic, and there's plenty of things that ponies can do only at night.
Twilight went on.
But, well, ponies need to sleep sometimes, and it's kind of tough to see without the sun.
Nightmare Moon rubbed her chin.
We understand. However, that does not excuse our mistreatment. We receive not even a shred of the adoration that our sister does. Well, you just kind of showed up after 1,000 years and tried to take over the world. That doesn't exactly inspire a lot of confidence.
Rainbow Dash explained.
Also, we're pretty sure that you killed Celestia. Our sister's fine. Look.
The Alicorn pulled out a small glass vial with a mote of white light swirling around in it.
We merely captured her soul. She is perfectly fine aside from that.
Rainbow Dash frowned.
Now you see that? That sounds like something a villain would do. It sounds as though your problem is mostly just bad PR, darling.
Rarity chimed in, and Nightmare Moon frowned.
Bad PR?
Rarity continued.
Yes. You want ponies to like you, correct? We are the ruler, so they should adore us.
Fluttershy frowned.
When you say stuff like that, you just come across as needy.
Nightmare Moon could only frown.
Needy? Look at Celestia, for example. Just last week, she went over to Manhattan to open up a new orphanage.
Rarity passed Nightmare Moon a recent newspaper with a large photo of Celestia cutting a ribbon in front of a large cozy building as fools crowded around her on all sides.
That is good PR. Ponies love Celestia because she's nice, friendly, and approachable. And she doesn't try to take over the world.
Rainbow Dash cut in, and Rarity nodded.
And that, of course.
Nightmare Moon's scowl deepened as Rarity went on.
What you really need is a rebranding. Less of the evil spirit of vengeance and more of the lovable rascal. You're hardly helping your image with all this doom and gloom.
The rest of the table nodded in agreement.
Now picture this. Next!
Nightmare Moon called out, after the pony before her shuffled down the line. It was a busy night in the local soup kitchen, as a stallion in an old coat took his place with a big grin on his face, smiling as the Alicorn piled his plate with veggies.
Oh, bless you, ma'am. I can't thank you enough.
The stallion tipped his hat to her and went off to find a place to sit. Rarity and Twilight shuffled up behind her and gave her a smile.
You see, darling, isn't this more practical? Doing good for the ponies is much better for your image than destabilizing the equestrian government.
Rarity told her.
We suppose.
The Alicorn droned.
And now that you gave Celestia her soul back, she's been vouching for you and ponies are really starting to warm up to you a bit. Now isn't that great?
Twilight said. Nightmare Moon fumed.
And tomorrow, we could have a concert in the park, or maybe a play. Providing artistic enrichment to the population is a great service.
Twilight went on.
Enough!
Nightmare Moon tore off her hairnet, which was a terrible decision as her majestic flowing mane got up in all the potato salad.
This isn't what we desired. Where's the retribution, the recompense, the revengeance? Our justice is due. Can I have some of those green beans?
The stallion next in line asked. Nightmare Moon angrily scooped him a helping of green beans, and he gave her a nod and thanks.
We have spent every hour of every day for the last 1,000 years planning our revenge. How have we languished tirelessly, planning our great return, and this is not what we had in mind.
Nightmare Moon threw a spoon across the kitchen and wedged itself into the wall. She then angrily stomped out the back door out into the street. After a moment, Twilight scooted up next to her and tapped her on the shoulder.
What?
Screamed Nightmare Moon.
You doing alright there, buddy?
Twilight asked her gently.
No, we are not alright. We are fuming, we are furious, and we are frenetic.
Twilight supplied.
No, not precisely. However, we are enraged. Oh, I was hoping for another F word.
Nightmare Moon glared at her.
We shall show you an F word. What's that about an F word?
Both ponies turned to see Princess Celestia just walking down the fucking road like it wasn't a big deal.
Sister? Why are you here?
Nightmare Moon hissed.
Luna! I came by to see how the volunteer work was doing, and I instead see you rampaging in the street. Is something the matter? Yes, something's the matter! We came to Equestria to seek vengeance, not serve soup!
Twilight put herself between the sisters.
Luna, would it really make you feel better to kill your sister? We do not wish to kill our sister. Merely bring her to her knees and take the throne that is rightfully ours. I'm really sorry, Luna. I've already apologized every way that I know how. Can't we just put this all behind us?
Celestia said.
Put it behind us? You banished us to the moon for 1,000 years! Yes, and you tried to stage a coup. Against me. I was there. I remember it.
Celestia coughed.
It's not like I enjoyed sending you to the moon. It messed me up, really. Oh, I messed you up, did it, sister? Well, try being the one on the moon for 1,000 years.
Twilight broke in.
It sounds so strange, hearing it over and over again. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Like it's not even a word anymore. Luna, we both did things that we regret, but I feel as though it has been long enough that we can move on. You didn't even respond to that invite I gave you. Do you not like tea anymore?
Celestia went on, unfettered.
We do not enjoy tea in the company of tyrants!
Nightmare Moon screamed.
Always with the screaming. You really ought to tone it down a bit, sister. And why are you still sporting the evil queen look? Black isn't really in right now. Do you truly feel no remorse? No regret for the egregious injustice that you have brought upon us? Well, yeah, I feel bad about sending you to the moon, but come on, Luna. You stole my soul like 3 days ago. Like I said, you cannot get hung up on these things.
The princess shrugged. Twilight cut in again.
This kind of stuff happens all the time with siblings. I remember a few years ago when Shining got really mad at me and stole my Smarty Pants doll, and then he hid it on the roof. I got really mad at him and showed our parents where he was hiding those naughty magazines of his, but eventually it all blew over. Now, we only hate each other about half the time.
Celestia nodded.
Yeah, it's like that.
Nightmare Moon looked up at the night sky. She saw the beauty of the cosmos laid bare before her. The twinkling stars, the iridescent sheen of the waning moon, all on the vast canvas of the universe. She closed her eyes and let out a great deep sigh, slowly dragging a hoof down her face.
Can we at least bring back public executions? No.
Celestia said. Another sigh.
Alright, whatever.
Chapter 2. But not really. Luna had dropped the Nightmare Moon look a few weeks ago, and things were pretty much back to being business as usual. Celestia had given her a room in Candlelock Castle, and while she was still technically co-ruler of Equestria, she hadn't really felt like doing anything, and spent most of her time trying to catch up on the 1,000 years of history that she missed out on. She was currently just waking up for the night and slowly inched her way over to the bathroom. Splashing some water on her face, she reached over and prepared to brush her teeth. A sudden tragedy struck her when she attempted to get some toothpaste, but found the tube empty. She was certain that she had left enough in it before she went to sleep, and angrily stomped out into the hall.
Sister?
She yelled out. Celestia, half asleep, poked her head out of a nearby room.
What? Did thou take of thy tooth cleanser?
Celestia blinked, taking a moment to work out what Luna was asking before responding.
Yeah, I guess. I ran out earlier.
Luna threw the empty tube to the ground in righteous fury.
You dare slight us in this manner? We shall see ye burn in the pits of Tartarus for thine foolish affronts to our authority. Retribution shall be had.
A maid walked by with a small trolley and passed Luna a fresh tube of toothpaste, which she took, a tad befuddled. Celestia shook her head and went back into her chambers. Luna glanced back and forth through the hallway before gritting her teeth and saying,
Very well then. In her magnanimity we shall forgive the slight, but only once. Behold the merciful and beautiful princess of the night.
A single Pegasus guard standing in the hall gave her a small wave in acknowledgement before going back to staring listlessly at the wall. After that, Luna quickly ducked back into her room to get ready for the night to come. Everyone's so relaxed in this universe, it's kinda crazy. Or, well, the majority of them are anyways. Save for a few. Anywho, let's get on to our calm, cool, and collective donators. Top donators: TacoCat598, Peter Coulthard, J Tinman, Darkside, Ponyman, and Gauntlet. Zar630, Strix, Rayden, Narwhals, Blackmoonheart, Drake Lovedragon, Pastel Skies, Daspo, Madman Stan, Delta Omega, Jack Edge, Rinslife9852, Hunter Norman, Dash of Evergreen, Ronnie Dragonwolf, Tal Rasha, The Toilet Snake, Sword Brother and Mordred, Ron and Wandering, Random Person Man Guy, Easy, Sky Ochia, Leslie Prickett, Jordan Peterson, Crimson Kitten A9, Lightskin, Monster Kitty, Tim Bob, Starlight Glimmer, Lightning Blitz, Squiddy Boy, David D. Sanchez, Soul Dragon, Gaggy, Trey, Shadow Drake, Joe Piercy, Hunter Mara, Alex F., Rainbow Dash, Teal K. Anderson, TV Killer, John Becker, Leon Reynolds, Raven Speedster, Zach Krakau, Mr. ECU, Edgar Garcia, One Kingdom 1, Nissa Rusan, Vazuri, Dyslexic Character Sheets, Just a Random Boy, Hodrick Plinkart, A Crazy Person, Ponyman365, Neapolitan, 6 of 9, Shyfire, Stamp, and Down Baseri. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and live life to the fullest.